Hey, it's Rosemary here. How you doing? Now this is the thing. I used to think sex was bad, okay? Something kind of tacked onto every human being by some mysterious mistake, and now we had to kind of put up with it as a distraction from the perfect holiness or something along those lines. Thankfully, I was mistaken, yeah? Unfortunately, a lot of people, even leaders like you, may still live beneath the fallacy of this crazy lie, okay? Propagated by religious and parental or adult ideas that sought to control you because it literally is. Sex literally is a superpower. Your sexual energy, it's a superpower. And now you may be walking around hating something so powerful within you, hating yourself for wanting to have sex or living beneath your full power because you've been convinced by your fears about sex to dampen it down, to just put up with it, to be passive, to be frigid, to see it as wrong. But it is a powerful creative energy, one that you have access to by deliberate design, not by mistake. And so you find it so hard to create the results you want, to build a business that impacts and makes millions. Too many, because you've dampened it down, okay? Okay, because you think it's some kind of a mistake, you're not using the power that you can access. Okay, now too many leaders with the ability to change lives are trapped in this nonsense, which brings me to the subject of money. Another great thing, okay, money is another great thing. It's the ability to create wealth, and yet it's also something that I used to be scared to admit that I wanted, okay? The truth is, I love to make money. I choose to get rich. It all seemed to be so terrible, so bad, so evil. And then I stupidly wondered why it was such a struggle to break past the internal limits that I set for myself. Oh, this far and no further. I could only allow myself to earn so much. There was a cap on it, okay? And thankfully, my money thermostat, it was kind of set higher than a lot of people, but it was still quite limiting. And your thermostat leader may be considerably lower or higher than mine. It depends, okay? You might be lower or higher than me. You may think that you can only make enough for survival before the guilt kind of kicks in and you put the brakes on doing anything more to create wealth for you and for yours. What crazy limiting beliefs that we human beings generally tend to carry, right? Okay. Now, the worst of it is that you may not even realize that you're doing this. You just kind of have this vague sense of wondering when it'll be your turn to win. After all, you've given and prayed and wished and hoped and lit every possible candle everywhere, and still you seem to be struggling to get past survival phase. Okay? And people love you, they love how you make them feel, but they don't want to pay you. And you wonder why this keeps happening to you. And honey, it's because of your thermostat, okay? It is set to low. You've made the ability to have great sex or to make a great amount of wealth subject to your feelings of worthiness, okay? As if it's related, as if it's connected, and it's not. It really isn't. Abundance, great sex, both of them are your birthright, okay? You were not made to suffer. No one was made to suffer. We are all born to live in abundance in all areas of life, which is why people you consider less worthy than you have great lives. They have great sex, they have lots of money, while you struggle. Your internal limits are setting the tone, and you believe them. Because, well, you always have. And so you don't know that there's some other way to believe it. And possibly, your parents even believed it as well. And all your friends too. And so now you see no way past all of these beliefs except you're reading or you're listening in to what I'm saying to you right now, and you're starting to think that maybe there's another way to live, and there is, honey. One in which you don't have to feel guilty about wanting to have great sex, not just suffer through it or feel guilty when you don't enjoy it, or when you do enjoy it, even worse, my goodness. And so you kind of live this secret life where your sexuality is considered dark and sinister and to be hidden from. And actually, that just makes you do more things that you find yucky because everything sinister grows in the dark. When you don't shine a light on something, it just it's in the dark. You start growing all kinds of horrible things. You feel even more guilt about it. You don't want to live that way, okay? Your guilt and your shame gets buried in other vices in your life, and you refuse to let yourself make money because you then feel bad and horrible about the fact that you have all this stuff on the side that you're doing that nobody knows about, and you feel too ashamed to admit to. And the truth is, you can't talk to anybody about it because you are bad and horrible, right? And you don't want them to think that. So, or maybe for you, the problem is that you're actually a frigid participant in the act of sex. Excuse my kids. Because it's not the done thing to actually enjoy it, okay? It's a very unsatisfying part of your life, and you try not to think about it. But guess what? It will also show up in other areas because how you do anything is how you do everything. Your creativity suffers as you deny the procreation that comes out of enjoying your sexual energy, okay? And if we talk about money, it's a simple truth that the more people you serve, the more money you make. But in order to keep your thermostat going, you'll limit the number of people that you're serving by doing you do anything just to avoid serving that many people so you don't get that much money. And you don't want that to keep being your story. Or maybe you'll even just refuse to ask for money. You just think you have to give away everything for free. Because, oh my goodness, it's evil to want to make money, right? Now, leader, I had to make a choice to heal and to get clear. And since then, life has changed amazingly. And that can be your truth as well, okay? Freedom financially, sexually, spiritually, all of that can be yours. And I mean it. It really already is, but you're getting in the way at the moment. And I invite you to get out of your own way by working with me for 5 weeks in the 5C program, okay? Or simply by joining the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track group. If it's a 5C program you want to do, go and have a look at both of them, okay? A 5C program is rosemary99.com/5C. The Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track group, which there's a special offer on just for a few more hours, so you better jump on board if you're listening to this video when I did it. If you're listening to it a different day, it doesn't matter, come and join us anyway. Go and have a look at it. It's at rosemary99.com/DM Fast Track, okay? This is it. The world literally needs you to wake up and be the leader you were born to be. So find out more about one of these programs and let us actually get you on your path, okay? Either work with me for 5 weeks in the 5C program, rosemary99.com/5C, or work with me on a longer term basis in the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track group, which is rosemary99.com/DM Fast Track. Make a choice. It is time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live because you want to. Until the next time, bye.